ago in the Banner Forest lived an old witch in a cottage, this one to be exact. And she lived in the town of Port Orchard, Massachusetts. And she was a very sad and lonely witch, and she wanted someone to love her, and someone to love. Luckily, the Revolutionary War was going on. It was 1776, and a young man had gotten lost from his platoon, and he was searching for the Reds. Knowing this, the old witch concocted a potion, a love potion, so that she may put him in a trance, and he would fall in love with her. And she went looking for him in the forest, and she used frog's breath and dog hair and kitty cat whiskers and all the accoutrements to make this love potion. And she kept searching and searching. Soon she knew she would run into him, and she put a little drop of the love potion onto every apple she had in her orchard. And as she went looking through the forest for the young man, she did not find him. But soon she would. But realizing she had just had her hat on, she decided to get rid of the hat, because then the soldier would know that she was a witch. So, now disguised, she wandered through the Banner Forest, more and more deep into the forest, and there he was, the young man, searching for his platoon. He knew he would find them, but he did not expect to run into the old witch of the forest. And there they met. They greeted each other and had a warm communication. She explained who she was, and he explained who he was, and how he had just gotten lost and had to find his way through this crazy dense forest. And she tried to explain to him where maybe these soldiers might be. And he thanked her. And he said he was sorry for disturbing her, and she offered him a nice juicy apple. Oh, yes, he thought, I'm very parched. I've been walking around for a very long time. And he bit into the apple, and it tastes delicious. So delicious, in fact. And he thanked her. But he did not realize that she had put a love potion in it. And soon, as he digested it, he would become entranced and mesmerized by the beauty of the natural world, and the beauty of her. The potion worked. He saw her at first sight and fell in love. And so it began, the courtship of the two. And they'd spend hours in the forest just talking about life and having picnics and, all sorts of lovely things. And she would feed him beautiful tomatoes from her garden. And she enjoyed the time with the young soldier, and he enjoyed his time with the young witch. And he courted her like a true gentleman, touching her face and telling her how beautiful she was. But then, whoop, what's this, he thought. What is this? It was some kind of potion, some kind of weird device thing. She did not explain to him what it was, but soon he realized she was a witch, and she conducted some crazy spell on him. And he was angry at her for lying to him. That he grabbed his rifle, and he threatened to take her to the authorities so she may be burned at the stake, and she cast a spell. She killed him. afraid of getting caught and being burned at the stake in the small town, she decided to bury him. Give him a proper burial, she thought. She did not want to do this, but she placed 2 lovely coins on his eyes for the ferryman, so that he may make his journey to the afterlife. And then she wrapped him up in the beautiful blanket that they sat on every one of their picnics. And then she buried him and gave him a tombstone. And the old witch regretted it. And wished that she had not done what she had done, but it was the only thing that she could do. Years later, she still mourned for the young soldier and still loved him very much. And so, every year on the anniversary, she would put flowers on his grave to show proper respect. She was still sad and lonely, even after all these years. But then, she got an idea, an awful idea. She would bring him back from the dead. And so, she went to the grave, and she started to dig up the young soldier, so that she may concoct a beautiful spell to bring him back from the dead. And she dug, and she digged, and she dug some more until she revealed his dying corpse. And there he was. And so it began. She quickly and slowly started to say the magic words. Abe Dule, Alasema Kiwiche, come to me, she would say. And she'd sprinkle some earth from the ground in drops of the natural world, and with her wand, Zazam! The first breath of life. It had worked. He had come alive. Here he was, alive again. Slowly, the undead young soldier came back to life. In agony and pain, he came out, crawling from the depths of his deep, dark grave. He moaned. He had not breathed the sweet breath of life in 5 long years. His bones ached, his memory a fog. He had no idea what had happened or where he'd come from. And so the old witch brought him back into the house and tried to make him feel at home and tried to get back to the things the way they used to be long ago. She fed him soup, but that didn't really work out too well. For you see, the undead soldier could not function like he used to. The old witch did not realize that even though she could bring back the dead, they would not be the same as they were. And so she continued ignoring it, trying to play cards and games and trying to have fun as much as she could, for she was a very lonely witch. And once more, She thought maybe she would read him a story. Maybe that might bring back some fruit in his life. Maybe it might make him feel better. But it did not. Concern for the young dead soldier. But wait, he notices something. What is it? The apples. He started to remember the apple. That apple given to him so long ago. He remembered. And then he realized, wait a minute. He knew it was her. The old witch, once again. You deceived me, he said. You deceived me. I can't believe it. You did this to me. You did this to me. I can't believe you. He was so angry and ashamed, and she knew it. She did not know what to do. She was frightened and worried. He was angry and frustrated. He did not understand what had happened, and he knew something was wrong. Cursed her, he said. Cursed her. And then he saw the rifle. His old faithful rifle from his war days. And then he pointed at her. Then anger, he shot her. And she lay dead. But now, he did not know what to do. And he felt bad. And so he looked down at the old witch. And he checked to see if she was alive, if there was any life in her. And there was not. He had killed her. But he knew that she meant well, and that she truly did love him. And maybe he loved her after all too. And so he said goodbye to the old witch, once and for all. And so he got up from the floor of where she laid. And now what do I do, he thought. I don't know where I belong or who I am anymore. I'm a monster. I'm an awful undead monster, he thought. And so he walked out of the house and back to the grave where he laid for 5 years. Tired and weak and cold. He looked up at the moon. And even God himself, he wondered, what am I? What am I supposed to do? And the only thing that he could do is he got up from the grave and he slowly started to walk deep into the Banner Forest. And there he may find some purpose. Walked into the Banner Forest, never to be seen from again. Some say he haunts the Banner Forest to this day. And so, that is the story of the witch from Port Orchard. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching that little video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your evening. Cheers.